Yes, that does. It's like a heart with a little heart in it in the corner. It's like a purple heart with a little red heart. Okay, I feel like I'm back really early. Like, it should be later than 2 o'clock. Oh, I forgot to give Martha her thing. Oh well. Man, I forgot to give Hank. Oh no, I couldn't give Hank his thing. Okay, just in case mayonnaises are important, I'll go ahead and ship some mayonnaise too. No, Nancy. Nancy's gonna try and eat the mayonnaise. Alright. Yeah, yay, adventures. I don't know why I just said that. So I guess I gotta put this in here. Oh no, Burfy's like one of the things you can't do anything with it. I remember. Oh well. Oh, and I forgot to go see Lila today. Okay, this is why I got done so early, because I didn't do anything that I was supposed to do. So much harvesting. What's on my... Oh, I guess you can't see anyone else's. Sure, it's Kuja from Final Fantasy IX, and it says Dark Messenger. It's actually the a silhouette of Kuja's art from Dissidia, Final Fantasy, maybe the Duodecim or whatever. I don't remember. But yeah, my mate got this for me. It was actually when we first met, shortly after we first met. This is one of the very first things he ever gave me as a gift, because he knew that Final Fantasy IX was one of my favorite games, but he didn't know anything about it. I love Kuja too. Oh my gosh, you have a Kuja plush! That is awesome. But wow, that's awesome. I don't have much Final Fantasy merchandise stuff, but I do have, I think, a Zidane figure. No, I don't. I would love a Zidane figure. I have a Tidus and Hope. Those are my two little, I guess little Bishonen guys that I have. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've made handmade some plush before, but they're ugly. But it's fun making them. I really want to make a Griffin plush. And Liberta from Innocent Life. I should make a Doug plush. That would be cool. Anyway, so I do have a little Steiner. He was actually a keychain, but I took the keychain off and turned him into like a little chibi figurine. That's one of my favorites. But I love Kuja. He didn't know that I liked Kuja. He just knew I liked Final Fantasy IX. And so he researched Final Fantasy IX. And I should mention that when I first met him, he didn't know the first thing about video games. And he didn't even know what Super Mario was. He didn't know what Pokemon was. I just think this is insane that how you can exist in the world and not know what Pokemon is. Like Pikachu is like Japan's national mascot. Like, and I mean that like literally, like in like the World Cup, like their mascot was a Pikachu. Like, but yeah, he didn't know Donkey Kong. He didn't know Super Mario. He didn't know. He knew Pac-Man, but he didn't know what it was. He just knew the name Pac-Man. And he had never played a video game in his life. And I think it's kind of, I know. And like, I think it's kind of like how I, like, don't want to play Binding of Isaac because I have this weird, like, bitterness towards it, even though I know I'd probably like it. That because he knew these people that were annoying that played games or something, like, when kind of arcade and Atari and stuff were becoming, like, popular, that he, like, didn't like that, and so he like purposely avoided anything that had to do with video games. But he's a lot more good at avoiding things than me, and so I think he like had this weird like bitterness about them or something, and thought they were like stupid. So he didn't want to learn even the first thing. Even then, I still don't know how you can't know what Pokemon is. But oh, he actually told me what's going on. I'm gonna read this. Sorry. Okay. Ninaboshi. Yeah, and these things it's a physical thing, which is worrisome too, but at least now I know. And who had one? Oh, Maria. But yeah, so he didn't know what any of this stuff is. So because he knew I like Final Fantasy IX so much, because it was one of the first things I really said that was one of my favorites was Final Fantasy IX. He'd still never played a game. He had still never watched me play a game at this point. You know, I don't even know if we had ever. Oh wait, yes, but um, so he actually researched Final Fantasy IX and learned about characters and learned about Kuja and like found a Kuja's shirt so that he could buy me it. And then he tried to pretend like he didn't want to say he researched it. Oh no, hold on. He wanted to kind of like gauge if he thought, yeah, he didn't want to say he researched it, but he wanted to kind of like figure out if I would actually like Kuja or not, I guess. So he like just one day was like, "Do you know like Kuja?" And he was calling him Boss Kuja. It's like, "Do you know Boss Kuja?" I was like, "Boss Kuja? What? No, what's Boss Kuja?" And oh my gosh, I have all these things in my hand. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do was come in here and get my mushroom. Do I have potato? No, I don't have the potato. Why do I not have potato? Okay, well, I'll go deliver the mushroom. And then I'll get the coral out, too. Just in case I can swoop by Martha, because I think the clinic stays open kind of late. Anyway, so he was like, do you know Boss Kuja? I was like, no, what's that? Because I was like, okay, Kuja's, Final Fantasy 9, but why are you saying Boss Kuja? So I was just like, no, I don't know what that is. And he's like, what? I heard it was like a character in like Final Fantasy 9. And I was just like, oh yeah, there is. I was like, how do you know that? And he was like, oh, well, because I heard some people talking about it, like at a bar. And I was like, what? You were at a bar and people were talking about Kuja? And he was like, yeah, like, gamers talk about games, like, anywhere. And I was just like, okay, that's really weird. And, like, but I believed him because I'm really gullible. And, like, I, like, forget that people are capable of lying. So I just assume everyone's telling the truth all the time. And, like, even people I know who lie a lot, and people, even in a situation where I would expect them to be lying, I like forget that lying is a thing you can do. So I was just like, I already gave Duke the potato, that's what it is. And so like I was just like, that's so weird, I can't believe that, like that's such like a cool thing, I can't believe people were talking about Kuja at bar, like, and I totally fell for it. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I love Kuja, and stuff, and then so he knew to like get it for me, I guess. It's like, Ray, I'm gonna give you like an eggplant to see what you do, because I have all these on me, and I don't know, I might as well, because I forgot to bring you an egg. He's like nervous, he doesn't want the eggplant. But, yeah, like we play like the Settlers of Catan and like Catan, or I don't know how you're supposed to say that either. And in that game you're supposed to lie. It's supposed to lie, but you can lie to people and stuff. I never think people are lying. The only time I do is when I actually know the opposite. Like if I ask them like, oh, do you have like this card? And I already know they have the card, I'm just asking to introduce the topic that I want to trade with them or something. And then they're like, no. And I'm just like, yes, I know you do. You like just drew it or whatever, Like that's the only time like did I really catch people lying, is like that specific situation. Otherwise, like, I don't know. It's weird because I mean everybody lies, I tell lies. I mean I try to avoid lying and I don't like to lie like maliciously or whatever. But like I just never assume anybody's lying. I just always assume it's the truth. Like the fact that it could be a lie just does not even enter my head. And yeah, I love that game too. Like, love that game. It's like the only board game we even play anymore because we're so obsessed with it. It has just the right balance of luck and skill to where it's really exciting to play. Like, I love skill games, and I hate luck games, but I like games where you have to use skill to deal with luck. Those are my favorite kinds of games. And I like games where you lie and like, so this like Salem game thing. Like I like games where you're supposed to lie and like, discern between other people's lies and stuff. Like, but I'm just so bad at it. Like, I think in a context, like if I was playing that game, then like, I would maybe know. Like, or maybe I would be able to assume people were lying or not. Because the entire context would be assume everyone's lying to you all the time or something. And Takenoko, isn't that a company? Wow, I'm actually gonna have like time left over today. I could go cut like a couple pieces of wood. Oh, Panda Bear Game. Nah. See, I've never played it. I've never even heard of it. Do you have to lie in a cute Panda Bear game? Is it about lying? No, I'm really bad at describing stuff earlier. Like, the Harvest Moon, the one with the farm. Like, yeah, so don't feel bad. I don't know if I want to do another day or not. I'm pretty hungry, but I kind of feel like I could do another day, but I guess I probably shouldn't, 'cause it's gonna be like after 11 by the time I finish and everything, so I should probably just end this now. Oh wow, I didn't even pick them up today, but I did feed one a thing. Okay, let me go ahead and get set up for the next day, though. Get out all my gifts. Whoa! This is like an official description of the game, I see. Well, that sounds interesting. Um, I like all kinds of board games, especially those kind of, you know, like hobbyist board games or whatever. Like, it's really fun. Um, I actually tried to make a Harvest Moon board game once. It was awful. Um, I think if I would have kept like working on it, it would have become really cool. But yeah, I made Harvest Moon board game, and it was actually based on Tree of Tranquility, and you had to make like three rainbows or something, and you would win. There were like different ways to win. Like you could make so many rainbows, or you could get married. And to get married, you had to have like the biggest house and all this stuff, or you could do something else, like get so much money, and like it was like so stupid. And like there's this part in Tree of Tranquility, like this area where you run across this log and you can fall off, like if you don't run across it the right way. And like I would always fall off the stupid log. And there was a fall off log event in my board game. And like you just drew this card and it just said fall off log. And like my friends that were kind of helping me build this, like they would kind of test it out and give me suggestions and stuff, and we would play together. Like we all just started referring to the game as Fall Off Log because even when we weren't playing it, like if somebody made some kind of mistake or just something stupid happened, we just say Fall Off Log. And now even still, we just that's how we call the game. Remembering back on it, it's Fall Off Log. Yeah, I hate that log too. Like that was one of the most frustrating things in the game because I was really bad at going across it. Like even if I was being careful, I'd somehow fall off of it, and it would make me so mad. Oh man, I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. Okay, well, that's the end for today, and so I will see you guys next week on Wednesday. And until then, keep harvesting. I'll have to check out this Bamboo Panda game and that other thing you linked me to. Lots of stuff. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It is always a pleasure seeing you guys and talking to you guys. So I will see you next week. And that's it. Right about out.